Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end as we end our Halloween celebration here at Video Rental Chaos. So there's only one way to end this month, and that's by renting Halloween 2. I'm Kevin Porter, and you're watching Video Rental Chaos. After 3 years of waiting, fans of the original Halloween were set for the sequel, Halloween 2, as the film dropped on October 30th, 1981. Despite a budget of only $2.5 million, this follow-up film raked in $25.5 million at the box office. This movie comes with some heavy baggage though, as while some love this film, it definitely has its detractors. So get your trick-or-treat bags out and let's jump right on in to Halloween 2. With the aftermath of the original Halloween playing out at the beginning of this film, this movie picks up right where part 1 left off. Michael Myers was shot 6 times by Dr. Sam Loomis. Somehow this monster survives this shootout and picks himself up and is able to wander through the neighborhood. He ends up in a home where an older couple is making a late night snack and watching Night of the Living Dead. He doesn't leave empty-handed as he steals their butcher knife. Within moments, Michael Myers is next door and kills another local teen. We see Laurie Strode being wheeled out of the house after her intense battle and is taken to a local hospital. Sheriff Brackett and Dr. Loomis continue the search for Michael Myers into the night. They believe they may have tracked him down, but it turns out to be the wrong person as Ben Tramer is hit by a police car and is burned alive, thus causing more confusion over the night's events. Soon after this, Sheriff Brackett learns that his daughter Annie is one of the dead from this massacre. He blames Dr. Loomis and heads home to be with his wife. Deputy Gary Hunt is now working with Dr. Loomis to track down Michael Myers. At the hospital though, we learn that one of the paramedics, Jimmy, he kinda has a thing for Laurie, but he's continuously cock-blocked though by the head nurse, Virginia Alves. Michael Myers soon learns of Laurie Strode's location and begins his journey to finish what he started. While searching at the hospital for Laurie, the security guard, the doctor, and the nurse are all killed off throughout this Halloween evening. The one kill scene that definitely stood out was that hot tub scene where Michael Myers takes out the paramedic and another nurse. Talk about hot water. We have a weird cutscene though that shows Laurie as a young girl learning that she was adopted and meets Michael Myers as a young boy at the sanitarium. Laurie, knowing that Michael is still after her, is able to trick Michael with pillows on the bed and escapes her room. Well, Jimmy and nurse Jill Franco search the hospital for Laurie. Jimmy has a weird scene where after finding the body of nurse Alvis, he ends up slipping in blood and gets a pretty nasty concussion. I thought he was dead. We soon find out that Myers had broken into the elementary school. While Loomis is investigating the scene with the police, Marion Chambers shows up and informs Dr. Loomis that the governor has provided strict instructions for Loomis to leave Haddonfield as a U.S. Marshal is waiting outside. During this car ride though, it's brought to light that Laurie Strode is in fact Michael Myers' younger sister, as they had finally unsealed this information that had been locked away for years. Loomis realizes that the night's events are far from over, as with this new information, they must get to Laurie before Michael does. We then see Nurse Jill finally track down Laurie when all of a sudden Michael Myers emerges from the shadows and then instantly kills the nurse. The chase is on as Michael is after Laurie. She's able to get away to the parking lot where she hides in a car, when all of a sudden Jimmy shows up and tries to start the car. He ends up passing back out and gives their location away by laying his head down on the horn. Talk about bad timing. Loomis arrives at the hospital during this time frame, and Laurie is let into the hospital just in the nick of time before Michael Myers gets her. But Michael Myers enters the hospital and is then shot down again by Dr. Loomis. Knowing that the evil is not dead, he comes back to life and kills the U.S. Marshal while Marion is able to get back out to safety to call for backup. Loomis and Laurie are able to get away from Michael as they retreat to one of the operating rooms in the hospital. Loomis gives Laurie the U.S. Marshal's gun just in case. Michael tracks them down and he stabs Dr. Loomis. Right when you think it's over for Laurie, she's able to shoot Michael Myers' eyes out. In order to distract Michael, Loomis and Laurie turn on all the gases in the room to throw Michael Myers off. In an effort to kill Michael Myers forever, Laurie is told to get out by Loomis as he takes it upon himself to light the lighter and cause one hell of an explosion. We see Michael emerge from the flames only to fall down as we perceive that Michael Myers is finally dead for good. The aftermath of this shows paramedics taking Laurie away, and we assume that Dr. Loomis is dead after the fiery explosion, as the police will now begin to clean up one of the most horrific Halloween nights in history. Halloween 2, in my opinion, can be a very fun film. Now, I know a lot of people feel that this one did not live up to the original. While John Carpenter did write the screenplay, and most of the major players did come back for the sequel, it sours a lot of people though that John Carpenter did not direct this film, as they feel it lacks so much without it. Also, people take a lot of issue with Laurie being the sister of Michael Myers. Personally speaking though, I did not get into the Halloween franchise till I was in my late teens. I remember buying a copy of this film for the first time back in 2006 from Best Buy. Upon my first watching of the film with really no knowledge of the history of the franchise, I liked it. To me, it lives up to the original in a lot of ways. I can understand though why people don't like this film, but I choose not to be one of them, as on its own I think it's a great entry into the franchise. This is one film I have been able to watch on the big screen in the past couple of years, and I was stoked to do so. All in all, is this a perfect Halloween film? No, it's not. And again, I get why some people hate it. That being said though, you can still have a lot of fun staying up late watching Halloween 2 in the middle of the night. Let me know what you think about Halloween 2 in the comments section. And until next time, I'll see you at the video store.